Scott, they're back. Embracer. They've laid off more of a sizable portion of Gearbox support studio, Lost Boys Interactive. Chris Sculling over at VGC. Lost Boys Interactive appears to be the latest developer to suffer heavy layoffs. Lost Boys, which was founded in 2017 in a support studio, which has worked with Gearbox on a number of projects, including Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. In 2022, the studio was acquired by Gearbox, which in turn is owned by Embracer Group. There's the problem. And saw its staff grow to over 400 people following the acquisition. However, as reported by Aftermath, the studio was hit on Friday with numerous layoffs. Although it's not yet clear exactly how many employees have been laid off, former studio producer Jared Pace posted on LinkedIn that it has been a sizable portion, including himself. Quote, "Still trying to understand the scope of it all," end quote. He added, quote, "But sadly, this is a song and dance we're all familiar with," end quote. Embracer announced in June 2023 that it was implementing a restructuring program which would involve the closure of studios, layoffs, and cancellation of some projects. It has since shut down the studios. Ready for this? Dude, there's a long list here.
Yeah, the full list is incredibly long.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Yeah. It has since shut studios like Saints Row developer Volition, Campfire Cabal, and Free Radical Design, while others have reportedly been put up for sale, such as Borderlands maker Gearbox. How do you put up one of the, man? During its second financial quarter ending in 2023 of September, the company made more than 900 layoffs, with cuts impacting such studios as Crystal Dynamics, Beamdog, Zen Studios, and Fish Labs. Last month, Embracer also made layoffs at New World Interactive, 3D Realms, and Slipgate Ironworks. Job losses across the games industry were widespread in 2023 and don't appear to be slowing down this year at all. At all. Companies impacted by layoffs last year include Media Molecule, Codemasters, Xbox Game Studio, Epic Games, Sony Interactive Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, Unity, Ubisoft, Riot Games, Blizzard, BioWare, Striking Distance, Team 17, Frontiers Developers, Telltale Games, Digital Extremes, Amazon, and Digital Brothers. My goodness, Scott. Does it stop?
It really appears this is only partway complete, and it's just nobody seems to be safe. And I don't understand how you're supposed to get any work done in an environment where work might not be there next week. It's insane. Yeah. I have to look at this and think, hopefully there's something learned in all of this. Where is this, a fire brush tactic to kind of stop the wildfire that was unsustainable development? Because there was unsustainable development going on. So is this just something that we're seeing and it's an unfortunate necessity? I don't want to believe that.
Is this the aftermath of the pandemic?
I think that's definitely a section of it. It has to be.
There's no other logical reason to lay off so many studios, so many people. Last I heard, the layoffs industry-wide were above 10,000 people.
Yeah, I think that's
10,000 people, Scott.
That's probably a fraction of what we're at now, and if it's not that exaggerated, it will be shortly. Embracer is truly the touch of death.
They certainly are. Embracer's not done. We've heard that they're going to be continuing right into March, so there's still another 2 months to go. And even then, I question whether or not they're going to be finished. Like if you're under the label of Embracer, man, I'm terrified. Like that, I'd just be terrified. And like you say, how do you go to work not knowing what your future looks like? There is no job that is safe. I don't care what you do. But in our industry right now, it seems to be firing right at the top of everybody going down the list of getting picked off. And it sucks. It really sucks.
It feels like what I've heard about the .com bubble. I wasn't around back then, but it seems like everything just grew so big and then just couldn't sustain, fell. And is this similar to the video game depression in the 80s? I wasn't there, but we've lived through several things in the industry. This isn't the end, but it certainly seems that way.
Yeah. No, hopefully we do see some light at the end of the tunnel this year. It would be nice to stop talking about this, especially stop talking about Embracer. At this point, you know what we need? There's somebody just to come in and buy up Embracer and get rid of them. Straight up.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's what would be the benefit, is to just come in and buy up all these studios and then go away with Embracer and not have to hear about them again, because Embracer put a gamble on so many lives, and they've ruined so many lives. That is the disheartening part about it, right? The reality is they put their money, they put all their eggs in one basket, betting on something that never happened. And they were looking for this big lump sum of an investment that just didn't pan out. But they didn't have the investment, Scott, before going in. They just started gobbling people up. And then now that they didn't get it, they're like, oh, sorry, you're done, you're done, you're done, you're done, and you're done. I'm like, that's not cool.
Kind of feels like a bunch of stock market traders just tried to step in and just have really ruined an industry, or trying.
Yeah, they've ruined our industry and they've ruined people's lives. It sucks. And I hope at some point we can stop talking about this.